Hi, everybody. Diane at Healing Bodies, Healing Souls. And what I do for a living is a little confusing to a lot of people and hard to explain. So I have a cute story. I was out talking to a couple and they asked me what I did. And I said, I'm an intuitive life energy healer coach. And she's just like, oh, I'm so excited. Wanted my number. And her male friend just kind of rolled his eyes up, which is fine. And so we're just talking, hanging out, having a good time. And he told us about the story of his mom throughout his high school days. She was having some issues and he had to roll through it. And he did a college paper on it. He impressed his professor. And we're just laughing. It was a great, great story. And so afterwards, he looked at me and he's like, so you're a life coach. What do you think about my story? And I looked at him, looked up, looked back at him, and said, she was sad. And he's just like, I now believe in you. So what I do for a living is I take these massively overwritten, huge stories that are hard to juggle and or understand or handle, and I reduce it down and I hand it back. And so if you think you are overwhelmed, then you are overwhelmed. I'll acknowledge that. And who's the culprit that keeps you overwhelmed is you and your stories. So I reduce stories down so that you can actually look at it. Because if it's so big, if it's so massive, then you can't wrap your mind around it. Also, the energy cleansing and the healing and the disconnecting and the need to keep that story alive. I'm going to wash out all of that. I'm going to get rid of that stuff too. One guy came in and he said, I haven't worked for 3 months. Nobody's hiring. And I looked at him and I said, you're 100% right. Nobody's hiring. Of course, that's your belief system. That's your story. Because technically speaking, in the Bay Area per month, I would think over 5,000 people are getting new jobs. And so my belief system, which I'm correct, is that a lot of people are getting new jobs. Your story over here is nobody's hiring. We're both right. And how we perceive life is what we're going to get back. So I said, sit down. Let's just change your belief system. Let's stop you from sabotaging your future. Let's get you to stand up and show up and believe in yourself and believe that you are capable of being hired. He got a job in less than 3 weeks, of course. So I'm going to look at, see how you position yourself in life. And if you position yourself to be the winner, the receiver, or if you've kind of thrown yourself in the back corner, kind of complaining and whining a little too much. Take a couple deep breaths. I love what I do. I study pretty much daily. I live what I teach. I hold myself in a high state of accountability. And so through my practices and well over 30 years of doing this, don't not reach out to me. Don't not reach out to me. I want you to live higher. I want you to get those goals. I want you to get that happiness. I want you to take your poor stories, lack of better words, and make them something that you want to step into and receive. And it'll be quick. It'll be fast. It'll be fun, she said. It will be 100% completely worth anything and everything that you do to find a higher you. So we got to get rid of the old you. Besides, you didn't like that old you anyway. Take a couple deep breaths. It is time to step out of your confined stories. We'll figure out why you have them. Don't even worry about that. It's time to live, my friends. And it's time to heal. And it's time to grow through the trauma that makes you feel like you're not worth much. And trust me, I've had a nervous disorder since the age of 3, and look where I am right now. I can lift you up until you lift yourself up. Again, I'm Diane Gazine, healing bodies, healing souls, and thank you.